Let's go to Ogimsky. And probably loop around, go to Ogimsky, then go to... That's Plague Land 2, that's Plague Land 2. Oh my god. Alright. Ah. You cannot fight this, it all ends in less than 8 days. Lots of death. Day 5, in which the Bachelor regrets his affection for the living and would very much prefer to like the dead. What a comment. Alright. This is the day I learned to regret liking people who are alive? What? That's quite the thing to hear you say. I'm probably just gonna have to deal with the plague and go through it. Yeah, Saburov's just in the plague zone. Are you coming at me or what? You're staying put? They're pretty easy to avoid if I know they're coming. Because they go in a straight line, so you just have to make a 90-degree turn very quickly with the mouse and then just walk that way. I say with the mouse because of the Bachelor's unfortunate disability, where he can't sidestep very well. At least by the standards of video game characters. He moves forward and backwards very quickly, but sideways is a very real struggle.
The girl is fine, but the boy's unbearable.
My girl is grown up. I pray she survives this hell. Let's not say that. I need to get inside the termitary. What for? I can verbally describe everything you can possibly see in there. Typo. Just think of a ward full of demented people. Multiply it 100-fold. Add the sand plague, and there you go. That's the termitary. I'm bound by duty. No, Doctor. Even if the sand plague is merciful to you, the inhabitants of the termitary will not extend similar kindness. You are our last hope. The only doctor that hasn't succumbed to despair and is still fighting. Risking your life would be the last thing I would do, even if that meant becoming the next victim of Saburov's abuse. Surprise, Vlad. My life's risked every day. In fact, I've died most days. I might have died I think I've died every day, actually, in this game. And through the power of saving, I'm still here. I'm not the last to keep fighting. All the rest are doomed. Reuben, I can imagine the fate he has chosen. I know whose precious blood he is draining for your vaccine. For his vaccine. Reuben will pay his price fully and very soon. It doesn't take a prophet to see that. Artemy Baruch is still fighting. I'm afraid young Baruch doesn't have much time left. He has been labeled an outlaw. It seems that everyone but I thinks him to be a monster, and he will never be left at peace after what happened today. What happened today? Maybe I should read my letters. I think I heard the one just come in a moment ago. Clara's still out there fighting, the psychic girl. Oh yeah, Clara. The changeling. I don't like her. My daughter doesn't like her either. My daughter's opinion is more important for me than any tangible proof. Huh. My character suddenly became very aware of Clara and Artemy, which are the two other playable characters. I feel like my character hasn't really even mentioned or encountered them aside from like very brief side occurrences. But now it kind of feels like the narrative's almost like magnifying in on them as if it's self-aware of the fact that they're the other two playable characters. But like they've been incredibly minor, like sometimes mentions in the Bachelor story up until now. Seems like today must be important somehow. Maybe my letter that I just got points to a letter or something. I'm sure she's already been inside the termitary. The termitary is a graveyard of its own. An educated risk is one thing. Lying down into a grave and giving an order to start filling it up is different. although the latter seems to be the safer option than delving into the termitary. I will get there sooner or later anyway. Better later than sooner then, for every spare hour will add to your chances. One day you'll be forced to. No one will force me to unlock the termitary. Definitely not Saburov, that's for sure. Even if he tries, I'd rather accept the blow. No, Doctor. The doors of the termitary shall not be opened to you for as long as I am in control. Just accept that fact, dear Doctor. You've got a ready tongue. Oop. That's the end of that.
What is that blunderhead?
I'm rather fond of your daughter myself. Becomes the only option for talking to him after that. Awkward. Alright. Anna Angel's invitation. Bachelor, as I sat down to remember the horrors I had to endure yesterday, the scintillating idea occurred to me. A tiny affair, really, nothing to talk of, no troubles, no undercurrents, no strings attached, nothing, not a trifling. But if it comes to pass, we will both come into a spectacular amount of money. What are you waiting for? Hurry to the Willows. P.S. Please don't tell anyone about this letter. P.P.S. Don't ever speak of our affairs in public. PPPS, keep strictly incognito, respectfully, AAA. What is her name? AAA. I know Anna Angel. I don't know what her middle name is necessarily, I don't think. So Anna Angel, the Willows. All part of my loop right now. That's where they're supposed to be, but I think I should talk to Saburov and go to the Willows before I try going there. Am I out? Am I free? Yay, safety. Bandage, please. I haven't got my wish today. Yuck, don't cough on me. Another chance to stock up on food. Probably worth taking advantage of. Smoked meats, fresh fish. Fresh fish. I just lazily mispronounce from half-assed efforts, basically. I'll grab the meat for now. Just picking up little bits in here to make sure that I don't let myself dwindle. Gotta go around this way because of the whole weird issue with the gates around here. Oh no, this is the... Damn it. I fell for it again. That damn little, like, children's play area that you just can't get through. Is this place condemned? Why are you here? Oh, it is. Wow, it got very yellow. I want to barter. Oh. I don't trust this. Quick save. This has to be a trap, right? Why is it so cheap? Why is it only 7? Oh, its price is 7 of something he values. That makes more sense. That might be kind of expensive then. Oh, but Twirene... It's a chance to trade Twirene for something. I don't know, meat's probably pretty good for some razors. Okay, I was all curious, like, why is it so cheap? I'm kind of scared. But no, it's cheap because you trade. things from garbage cans for it. So I do have an opportunity to trade that crap for these guys. These are priced at 5. Okay, so I technically have the opportunity, but that's a rough trade. I'll grab one of these. And now we're done trading for food with these guys for a very long time, apparently. Because, it does not last. Whoa, he has way more food. And they're really expensive. This guy's a lot of food, though. So you can trade with those guys, but all you can really trade is razors and alcohol. Asshole.
Neither the sun nor death can be looked at without winking.
We
Who
did
said that?
What? No one said. What does that even mean? We did really well last night. Sir, a lot of innocent people were falsely accused yesterday. I demand you set them free. Who told you they were innocent? They were arrested on suspicion of robberies, murders, and thefts. Who made the charges? People I trust as much as myself. The patrolmen who selflessly serve to maintain order and keep townsfolk safe from violence caused by the out-of-control scum. That is something new. So now arrests, trials, and executions are all carried out by the same people. There are good reasons for the accusations. The patrolmen didn't file individual reports, but each of them is ready to answer with their life for their actions. Those who were arrested deserved it. Prove it then. There's a thing called the presumption of innocence. It is no more one of the is it no more one of the basics of criminal law? Not since a state of emergency was declared in the town. As you can see, I have executed no one. All of them are waiting for the Inquisitor's trial. You've made people angry. It was hard enough for them to keep from violence when the situation prompted them to. Now they're furious since their virtuous restraint was penalized rather than appreciated. We can't take any chances. We have to catch every suspicious-looking person in order to avoid further murders. If you keep doing it the way you do it now, mark my words, you won't prevent further murders, you'll cause them. I guess you feel obligated to be a humanist, Bachelor. Do you really think the arrests will provoke the people? Don't. We're past fearing popular unrest. The most terrible things have already happened. It can't get any worse. I'm not a humanist. I don't care much about the people's sorrows. But what you've been doing here is suicidal. I'm telling you this because I care about what will happen in the streets tomorrow. That didn't go over so well.
Is looking for those ready to join.
That didn't go over so hotly. So yes, can confirm Stammeton's very aware of it, and he's very proud of himself, as you can tell, because he's like, I'm very proud of myself, which kind of makes it clear, rather unambiguous, really.
Matchmakers are coming,
I'm
trying to woo me.
I'm beginning to feel that the wheel of my fortune has finally touched me. Hope it doesn't break you. Well, she's one of them that says something different. Was she the one, though, that Stammeton was indicating might have, I'm sorry, Saburov was indicating might have, like, diminished faculties among the soothsayer group? I think there might have been one that was seemingly less effective. This wall's up, but has the plague gone around here? Seems to have cleared up. I actually don't know whether the plague is the same place every time, every day, no matter what, or if it, like, shuffles around over time. Or if, I'm sorry, not over time, but I mean like if it randomizes each playthrough. Some of them seemed kind of set in stone. Bread's not too expensive. I feel like bread is one of the better items too in this game, generally speaking. I think bread's one of the ones that goes over really well. They're both around here. I don't know if there's much reason to go to Stamington's pub. Is that a stabby man? That's a stabby man over there. I think they're gonna need my help in a second here. Also, that rat's coming straight at me. Come here, you little bastard. Come here. Yaha! Hey everyone, rat catcher games here. Is he gonna attack that guard? Is he gonna attack that guard? They're like right next to each other. Really? There it goes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guard. Help. Guard. Guard, help. Come on. Flank him. Get some good punches in. Get him, get him, get him. Oh, yeah. This is strategy right here. I think he can only run straight at me, right? Oh, shit. Good guard. You did a good job. Thanks, guard. I'm gonna rob him now. Oh. Does me not killing him mean he doesn't drop anything? Or maybe he was like the poorest of all of the robbers. What are you guarding? I don't see an infection district here. Are you guys that undermanned now? Oh no, it's turning yellow. All of the signs are gone. I guess it's a good thing they did the whole color thing that helps you indicate, otherwise you wouldn't know, and then you just get blindsided by a weird plague cloud.
Can you catch a rat? Or a mouse in the dark?
Technically? Alright, I have a plan. I know how to protect myself from further harassment, so that they wouldn't ever dare treat me like they did yesterday. Well, with all the terrible tests, I'll bribe my way out of this. Bribe my haters away. Ogimski's greedy, and he could very well use some money now. Are you telling me that the owner of all the industry in this town is facing financial difficulties? He's facing a lot of obligations. Obligations demand expenses. Do you really have enough to help him out? I'm totally broke right now, but I know how to fix this. Will you help me? We'll split the gain. What? Do you have a hidden treasure map or something? It's a treasure, all right, but a tricky one too. It's attainable, but it wouldn't yield to me. That's why I need your help, yours specifically, since I know you're to be trusted. Go ahead then, tell me. You must be aware that I'm an outsider too, just like you. I came here a few years ago and stayed for the fancy opportunities this place provides. You're lying. You stayed because the Ace of Diamonds caravan has been seized and dismantled. Is that really your business? Keep talking. Well, I didn't travel alone. I had a companion. He was a snake charmer. When the caravan persecutions and arrests started, his back was broken with an iron bar. So he's a user. What? I don't know what that word is either. All right. So he's a usurer now, a spider of a usurer, weaving a net of debtors. He must have amassed a ridiculous fortune. Imagine how much there is to be extorted. At least I can try to draw from context, at least, that he's apparently somebody that people are indebted to, which means he might be a loan shark, maybe. What does that have to do with me? He's your companion. He's yours to exploit. You can tell him you've stumbled upon his past. We've been covering for each other up until now, but the caravan is somehow becoming hot news again. The Canes will bury us alive when they hear about it, unless the children themselves get to us first. So I shouldn't tell him that it was you who'd given him away, right? Of course not. Never. If you're partners, why don't you ask him to help you out voluntarily? You're planning to bribe the people that threaten you, after all. He will likely share your woes. He's got the same store in it for him, too. You're right. Sooner or later, he'll face the same situation. But he wouldn't spare me a single coin. No way. Why? He will suspect, if I approach him, he'll think that I'm after a certain child. A child he actually owes me. It's like a debt that is yet to be paid off. Hard to explain, really. Look, it's our business, okay? The caravan used to have its own code of conduct, and according to this code, I have no right to ask anything from the man. Or else he'll demand your rights to the child back, wouldn't he? Do you need money or don't you? You can demand 100,000 from him. He'll shell out as much as you want him to, and you'll get half the sum if you stop asking pointless questions. Alright, show me where he lives. Way the hell back where I started. You couldn't just send me a letter about that said that? Great. I guess the letter would incriminate you, because I could just be like, I'd be like, check out this letter. What? Well? What? Just dropped in to look you in the eye one more time, Anna Angel. Tad presumptuous, huh? But she can hear the crying child, too. Let's visit the bar. I don't go there too often. And it's right here. Take this moment to remember it exists and see if it gives me something.
There's nothing to talk about.
Nope. He's just hanging out. Yeah, if they're not one of the bound or something, you usually don't have any reason to visit these characters unless the game just tells you to. Right, this is the one place I saw this character model before he started being the guy who's sick all around town. Forgot about that. Coffee has a strong effect on the heart and blood vessels, which this environment makes even more harmful. On the other hand, coffee decreases fatigue, making it essential during emergencies. Oh. Let's stock up on that. I've been needing to pay more attention to that. Flowers. They do buy some of these items, just not for a lot. The drugs go over well, but I'm probably going to need those. How's my inventory tabs doing? Nothing's capped out. This goes into rations. If I'm not careful, we can max out on one of these tabs, then I have to deal with the fact that I could drop items. Which apparently has already happened before, me dropping an item without knowing it even. Because the game... I guess you just, if you run out of inventory spaces, your character will just drop stuff on the floor and not really even make it that clear that's what happened. Which is brutal. In part because I think the game never explains to you that your inventory is limited in size, or that its limitations are the number of blocks you see in a particular tab, and each tab is segregated so that it doesn't matter if there's more space in one tab or another. If that particular tab fills up with its category of items, then you can't pick up anything else of that category, which is odd. It's not the most common approach to inventory sizes. Ooh, 2. And here's Town Hall. Oh, not this time. Now it's just here too. Oh, hunger. Rations. Boom. Get in on that fresh meat. I feel like I should eat the fresh stuff first. And leave the dried things for later, on some vague idea that maybe the fresh stuff, which is all juicy and shit, could like rot or even become corrupted and infected, whereas the dried stuff would probably not. But I don't know if this game does that kind of shit. Honestly, it might just be whatever's in your inventory is in your inventory, period. Hey, Mr. Creepy. Honestly, the prison looks exactly like it did before. Oh, there it is. There's all the new people. Huh. Honestly, going by the scale of the complaint, I kind of thought there was more people arrested than just 6 people. Like, that's just 6 people. It's not... Like, it's almost like 1 person for each category of arrest type that was being said, of, like, the reasons why people were getting arrested. That's how few apparently have been, arrested here. It'd be a little more impactful if, like, every single one of these was full of people, but these are the same bodies that were already here. I don't know why there's a bunch of bodies in here, but that's that. It's here. The sand plague is already in the left wing. We're working our beaks to the bone, taking the dead out, but the hungry jaws of the sand pests are rustling. That was obviously coming. Well, now the people in charge will pay for their criminal thick-headedness. Oh. That's that. Esteemed Bachelor, at ease. What? What just happened, quest-wise? Oh, 2 separate quests today. Oh, that's other tasks. Did I just give up? This is why we save, cause dialogue's weird in this game. You're a snarky-ass character, but half the time you say something snarky, it's like you're quitting the quest. And it's not even a dialogue option. This almost needs some of those, like, the kind of dialogue options that, like, an Obsidian game will often give you, where it says the thing that your character's going to say, but then in parentheses it'll be like, betray, or something like that. Like some kind of, or lie. Just giving you some indication of what you're doing without it being built into the line itself, just so you can tell, like, abandoned quest, or something like that. Let the infected out, quickly. It's futile, although half an hour ago a certain kind of person provided us with a display of true goodwill and compassion. He'd bought out several dozen people. Who was that? He looked remarkably shady, dressed in a special overall and a beak mask. The nerve! How can you tell anyone's features in such clothes? Yeah. I'm going to buy out the rest. Get the cash on the nail. Even if Saburov refuses to take your money, we won't. We're not the scrupulous type. 10,000 per person? 60,000 for the whole batch? A bit too much, isn't it? We don't know for sure if these people are truly innocent. What if there are thieves, murderers, or looters among them? What if we let any unspeakable villain out? The price includes the risk-taking. What the fuck? You don't know if they're all innocent. You're accepting bribes of people that... Hey, Saburov, you fucking... is Saburov a liar? Or, like, in this particular case, I mean, is he lying to me about how much he trusts these people? Or does he genuinely believe in what these people say and is he completely blind to, like, how they're so... They care so little about the innocence or guilt of these people that they're selling their freedom and are willing to just let them out. Can't you tell a murderer from an honest person? Of course we can't. It's not like the patrol goons cared about the paperwork when they were collaring these poor souls. Who are they? What have they done to deserve this treatment? Hell, if anyone knows now. Forget the poor wretches. Let it go. Unlike us, you can do it for free. There's only a handful of convicts left in there anyway. This option. You're one corrupt asshole. Alright, now what is this taking out? Apparently, appealing to the higher justice is futile. The rapacious executors demand a ransom. I wonder what use these fearless corpsemen even have of money. It is worthless these days anyway. The whole day has been most absurd. Do you guys have money? What the fuck? That was weird. That was weird and uncomfortable. Okay, I guess I was within that guy's, like, dialogue hitbox, so it, like, went into dialogue mode and very slowly rotated towards him. At first I was like, what's happening? Is this a new type of cutscene I've never seen before? I was all spooked.